Hello, welcome back
Yeah.
to For the Crystal Empire. Where we last left our heroes, a lot has happened. One of them decided to have chats with some unsavory individuals, and also a fey creature. Afterwards, speaking to his friends, they turned sort of against them, causing the blade staff wielder to flee, as it seemed that one of them, they may have been one of the targets from the bounties, hiding in plain sight, as well as realizing that one of your companions has been sneaking around, waiting for the right moment by causing issues along the way. But seeing through her deceit, you guys knocked her unconscious and put her in jail. After that commotion had happened, Haseo decided to be alone for a while, sitting in his room. And that's where we left off, where he basically, I think this is where we did left off.
Yeah, I think
sat against the wall.
it's not where we exactly left off. I think Tirsheal and the rest.
I think also Dr. Zariah was also telling Old Whitey that he could get rid of his scales.
Oh yeah.
So
is Haseo's depression music more the modern shit, or is it like Linkin Park?
Breaking a Habit, yeah.
Okay.
Breaking a Habit's pretty good.
I'll be honest with you. I remember typing in the words knock knock knock, but I don't remember why Old Whitey was knocking on the door.
I think you were coming to check on me.
Yeah, you were, because he was in there for quite a while, and then you decided to.
That's what Tirsheal was on his way to do.
Which is why I'm zoomed in here, because
drag your ass up the join the now young old man.
The midlife crisis.
I should just take your picture into Photoshop and just dye your hair black.
Nah, I got a homie on it. It'll be fine.
I know. I'm just joking. You knock on the door. Haseo, probably still within a.
I think he's still in his head contemplating what the next step forward is.
Hey, Chance, you lock the door?
No.
Okay. Damn.
Door swings open.
So yeah, you see him just he's sit down on the wall, just looking down. He's still got his mask on, and he's just 1,000-yard stare, contemplating.
Whether he cares to notice or not, Tirsheal will join him in sitting on the floor and just like put a hand on his shoulder.
I think the hand would jostle him out of it, and so he would up.
Listen, son, when a boy likes a girl. Sorry.
Fuck.
Serious moment. Let's tell the facts.
You know it's not your fault, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
even I'm not. I know that.
This was to be quite honest, unnecessary turn of events, but we can't change that now. complication has been dealt with, and they are in holding until we are ready to leave.
I see. I know this blindsided all of us, but I would like to think that the Nakano we've known for the past month or two now, as foolish as this might sound, I'd like to think they're still in there.
I would hold your breath on that she is whatever the Shadowfell's copy of Empress was.
Even then, that doesn't matter. She's her own person. Whoever she
Not
looks like.
necessarily. She was still manipulating you this entire time. Now, whether that is of their own volition or someone else's plans. Yes?
Can you make me a insight roll? This is pertaining towards the Nakano.
Oh boy, can I...
Can
Boundary, can you be kind to me after last night, please?
No more bully.
That's pretty high.
Not bad. Not bad.
Could be better.
It's above a 10. It's above a 10.
It's above a 15.
No, I meant the roll itself.
Oh yeah.
They rolled 13, which is good. Yeah. So with a 13, you know, a small realization pops in your mind. Pyre said sleeper agent. Perhaps they don't actually have control when it happens. Whether it be a trigger or something else snapping them into that mood. Their demeanor and body language changed the moment someone realized they were a sleeper. Almost like someone triggered it for them.
Haseo,
Yes.
given the Order's history, what is their understanding on brainwashing? Or manipulating one's mind?
Well, that's a good question. I guess that would be a history check, Nikki.
Yeah.
All right.
Smooth.
That's a
Let's see what we
natural
got.
fucking
That's a-
20.
Oh,
Oh.
Haseo knows.
Back in the early days, when it came to Order members, the initiation was sort of a brainwash. They don't do it as harsh anymore with initiation. They're a little bit
Or
more
at all.
lenient towards it. Or like towards people's being their own individuals because they work
If I
better
remember
that
correctly,
way.
it was at Tarshish during the Crystal War because they
Yeah.
needed soldiers, not people questioning orders.
Yeah. But it's not practiced anymore. But it was practiced at some point.
Well, it, as much of a black stain it is, the Order used to do it quite frequently. Primarily during the Crystal War, especially towards the end. They were doing all they could to have soldiers, not people. But because of the calamity, and especially with the rule of the Empress, the use of those techniques have long since been, for the most part, forbidden. There are still some cases where it is used, primarily with troubling individuals or older generation members that wish to still be part of the Order. Something about reworking what's already there, something.
anyone else pick up on what seemed like a bit of a blip?
What do you mean by blip?
When she was called out. Her demeanor changed.
If I'm being honest, no.
Unnaturally.
That's... Well, now that you pointed out, yes, but that's typical of such things, at least what I've read from the books.
Hmm. And
Here's
this
Ems-
might be less of a trial and more of an investigation when we get back. We don't have enough information, and we need pieces of the puzzle. Whether this was inflicted on them forcefully or whether they willingly underwent whatever process is controlling them needs to be figured out before we move forward.
I'm sorry, I just snapped back into the conversation. What's going on?
Oh, you're not here. We're in the room.
Yep, snuff, woof.
Yep. Yeah, there you
To
go.
give you, to catch you up real quick, it's just Whitey and Tirsheal are talking to Haseo after everything.
Mostly Tirsheal. Old Whitey's
Mostly
just kind of
Tirsheal.
sitting there, keeping an eye.
Also glad you could make it.
Yep, hello.
Howdy, friend.
Well,
I'm playing volleyball with cinders.
I see.
I'm just throwing them around in slime ball form.
Now,
Six
is it
wings are
normal volleyball or the weird volleyball scene from fucking what is it? Top Gun.
No, I'm playing wall ball with them.
What?
So basically how it's going is I'm just standing here, I'm just going bounce,
I forgot about that
Bounce.
scene in Top Gun.
bounce,
Or was
Wouldn't
that
they
in the
stick
new
to
one?
the wall?
bounce.
No, not technically. They are
Actually, they're a Scarlaya. They bounce.
Boy,
They
Oh.
wouldn't go splat because they're not as malleable as regular plasmoids. They're able to harden
They're
their skin and
flubber.
everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm playing wall ball.
Let's go.
Playing wobble.
Let's start
Red
it.
Rover,
Let's
Red
start
Rover
it.
and
We.
skin.
Oh,
anyways.
no
Based
wonder
on-
they're so bouncy.
Based off my natural 20 on the whole topic of the brainwashing and all that,
Yeah.
is it like just traditional brainwashing of putting ideas in people's heads? Or is it like maybe potentially item cursed, whatever based?
A mix of magic and not so much items. Magic and the manipulation. Because at young ages, well, easier to manipulate.
Yeah, obvious.
At older ages, they used magic. But made them compliant. I mean, the Warforged were also something that Crystal Empire was. Well, they were people once. It uses their souls to fight. Well, basically forcing them to fight for them as robot constructs with with like actual intelligence from a
Right.
soul memory and stuff. But in the records, it says that they were willing to participate in being Warforges after death. But that's just what they say. Whether it's true or not, no one really knows.
Yeah. The victor writes the story type of deal. I get it.
Nobody really won, though, so history has like 17 different volumes all contradicting each other.
Yep.
Anyways.
Sooner the better, I think. I would, as foolish as it might sound, I want to talk to
I think you need to take a couple of days to sort out yourself first. Plus, we do have other business to attend to.
True, but at the same time, we risk a lot of things. If she wasn't the only one, if there's an actual group on set on whatever this goal is that I'm apparently now part of, they could potentially know she's been caught. They could potentially try to silence her. They could potentially try to free her. There's a lot of things.
Given the fact that the people guarding the jail are former Order members, I think they have a challenge in trying that.
Maybe. But
Also, yeah, I
Oddies are
wouldn't wear
very,
your
very
mask.
strong. Haseo has fought a few.
yes.
I wouldn't wear your mask in jail. They might get a bit upset. They were already wary, by the sounds of it, of you being here.
It's just primarily right now, I just want to get as much information about what's happening with her and this, and he gestures to the glowing lines on his body, because that's the only route of right now that I can feasibly see to figuring out what is happening. Oh, and I guess these, and then he uses his mage hand, and it just goes over to the other side of the room where the quote empty realm shards are, and he pulls them over into the middle.
Yes, those are a curiosity. Perhaps we should
Make me
yeah.
a Arcana check, please.
Is this at standard or advantage?
Advantage because you're paying attention.
I'll give you a 19.
You notice that while Haseo was using a bit of magic, the lines on his body shimmered a little bit. You could see his circuits sparking.
These are the only thing that I can feasibly look into besides Nakano and her current condition on what's happening to me. Even if these were really a random dice roll, so to speak, in happening.
It's almost like we're all metaphysical puppets of some great game.
Shut the fuck
Stop that. Stop
that. That's not a canon
Take your
response.
take your 3d100 cringe damage, please.
Okay, hold on.
Revenge damage.
Ah,
you
100 cringe.
silly people.
Die.
110 damage.
That if I take that damage, that actually just kills him.
No, you have
Right.
58 HP. You need 6 more to die completely.
Anyways,
I got you, fam.
No.
Door is unlocked.
Come in.
That was weird. Your circuits lit up.
Make me another Arcana check. See if you
Radio, you're muted.
figure it out.
Guys, check this out. And I'm gonna toss cinders at a wall and watch them bounce around the hall.
Sorry, is this another one at advantage or normal?
This one will be normal.
Just
I
drop
give
it
you
on that
16.
I give you a twin D3.
Shut story.
They have latent soul magic coursing through them.
Sorry, what?
They have soul magic coursing through their veins.
Nani?
Or soul has soul magic.
Of course, soul has soul magic.
Shut the fuck.
They have soul magic coursing through their veins, King. I don't know why we have to repeat it for the third time.
Not a tough.
I swear.
I think your soul's fucked up a little bit.
Oh,
It's
I-
connected. No, it is connected to your circuits. It's not supposed to do that.
Cinders is just staring at, Haseo.
well, yeah, probably. I mean,
What are
by
you,
the
some kind of magical expert?
Yes, he is.
I mean, at least based on the current state of my.
I cast blasphemy. I'm kidding.
I cast kill.
At least based on
No,
my.
I went. Sorry, go ahead.
At least based on what I can tell by the current state of my soul, yes, something has happened to it. It's brighter, to say the least.
Your
Sounds-
soul has been linked to your magic, and I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or a fascinating new discovery. But given the fact that Nakano knew about it, and they wanted you to continue down a path to take your blood because of it, it's probably not a good thing.
Is that normal customs when you're dating someone, or
No,
That's
this
not
is
normal.
beyond. This is so far removed from normal to the fact that I'm concerned that this transpired in the first place.
Are you
so why does
kink shaming right now?
Haseo look sad?
Yes.
Oh my god, Brady.
Why does
Anyways.
Haseo look sad?
So,
Yes.
you have a new ability.
Oh, great.
Of course he does.
Here we go.
It is a spell. Soul magic
Mm.
spell called Soul Eater. It's a
Of course, it's Soul Eater. Oh my fucking god! It's a god. It's a
Guys,
goddamn
at
at the
circle.
moment.
Because you.
At the moment, you can only instill this in your own weapons.
Yeah. God damn it! It's full circle now. You want to know why? Because I got my name from that fucking anime. It's full circle. Fucking 10+ years in the making, and now it's full circle.
Just
Jesus
backslash like all the
All
cringe
you're
going
missing
on.
is a
Oh.
living weapon.
Weird. Fate has funny moments.
I know, right?
Fate's such a bitch.
Haseo, why do you look
I would-
sad?
You weren't.
Cinders. Not
Turns to
a good moment.
It's kind of hard to actually tell if he's sad because he's got his mask on. He hasn't taken it off.
You see,
Let's-
what happens is if we take the mask off, he starts uncontrollably crying.
You're right.
You're right,
Literally-
though.
His mask is literally connected to his sense of duty, and if he takes it off, he's gonna go into a fucking crying ball. He's
Let's do
Hey.
Tirsheal. What happened? I was outside for a moment drinking milk, and then
So Tirsheal,
Pyre
exactly
just like
what you notice is the latent soul magic and stuff is basically they have sort of they can cast a certain spell per day, once per day.
That's
All it does is just instill their weapon with a bit of necrotic damage. Then they can make it explode and cause damage and heal themselves with the damage.
small bit of healing.
would Haseo resist if someone tried to nudge the mask off? Or is he like
question.
just crippled at the moment?
Shut it. I'm gonna just take it off him.
Barely. He's on the edge type of deal, where he would actively try to stop you. Or
Oh,
I don't think bottling up your emotions at this moment is probably the best source of or best route of action.
Did you know I can change colors to his emotions?
What
Oh,
are you,
no.
a fucking mood ring?
No.
changes purple. Hmm.
So wait, what color are you now?
No, I'm just fucking
Oh,
with you.
yes.
looks
Good
around.
name.
Wait,
If I
what's
had
going on?
prestidigitation, I'd cast it on the rat.
He's
It's
not a
ferret.
race spirit.
He's the rat with the wrong AI loaded.
Anyways.
Looks confused at everyone. What happened?
Slips into kimono.
I'll explain when you're older.
While you were out in the lobby with, was it you and Whitey? No, it was just you that was out there.
No, I was in here with you guys.
I
No,
was
but I
sitting
mean-
outside.
Yeah, I meant right. Yeah,
I didn't go
her
with anyone. I didn't go
Well,
with anyone. I just went outside.
While you were not here in this room, I performed a ritual on this, and he picks up one of the blank realm shards. Quote blank, because we don't know if they're actually not connected to anything. That's
Can I eat it?
No.
Okay.
For one, we have absolutely no idea what they do. Anywho, I performed a ritual on these because Pyre has been tasked by an archfey and is currently trapped in an agreement.
What's an archfey?
A very powerful entity that you don't want to piss off. They are they can literally trap you in your words, which has happened to
So,
Pyre.
like mom.
More in the literal sense, I guess. Like they can
Okay.
literally trap you in your words. If you agree to do something, you have to do it, or you're fucked.
Sounds boring.
At least that's how Pyre
You're
has described
boring.
it. Anywho, these shards were charged with souls. Lots of them. So I purged them. And I had Nakano help me to do it because I'm still not that confident on my skills. I am somewhat, but having a helping hand
If
is
you
never
like
a
her,
bad
you like her. Stop making excuses. Continue.
Let me get point. After the ritual, whatever energies that were within the shards were expunged and absorbed into the sake. I, in a foolish move, drank, or I took a sip of the sake. Speaking of which, where is the remainder of that? Is it like,
Gone.
did I just
You
gone?
absorbed it.
Okay. Okay, so it's like I
You
took one
did
sip
it.
and I just by
I
Yeah.
accident.
instinctually drank it
It was
all.
a big gulp.
Ah,
One sip,
was
drank
a
it
big
all.
gulp.
I think I only drank a sip.
I thought. I
Don't
took
let
a
God
sip,
bully
but
you.
After
Continue.
looking at the dish, there's nothing left. Afterwards, immediately my body had a racking sensation go through it. And let's say I think I barely did something, but afterwards my body felt quite good, as if I passed an ordeal of some kind. And then
Question: what does racking mean?
No, that's a good question.
racking is a term of, well, quite honestly, I don't know the specifics. I have just used it. I've just heard it used in such ways before. Typically in reference to pain, like it's coursing through your body. And I guess another word for coursing.
It's almost like
Ah,
you felt
I see.
it in your soul.
Yes.
In your
Felt-
balls.
Felt like my
Thank
very
you, God.
existence. Anyhow, after the fact, this happened, and his whole body, there's just white lines all across it, which you have seen lines appear on his body in the same exact places on a few occasions, mainly when he's fighting and using his monastic arts. But they're typically,
Ah, your magical circuits.
you know,
I know.
in a
She's
sense.
seen them before.
Anywho.
Yeah, magical circuits. Continue.
After this happened, Pyre, for whatever reasons, got a, let's say, bad read off of Nakano, and upon pressing it and looking into it further, his very keen eyes deduced that something wrong with her.
She was sick.
No.
I know
In
medicine.
a sense, do you know? You're an adult, Cinder, so you know what the term what brainwashing is, correct?
Yes.
Well, she is brainwashed. She is what is known as a sleeper agent. Someone brainwashed into having certain orders to do certain actions upon certain signals. In one case, it's what's happening to me that set her off. But the moment Pyre realized and began to push the boundaries, and it was revealed that she was a sleeper agent, because it seems Tirsheal also figured it out. Knowing that her cover was blown, the act was given up in a sense. She tried to escape. Because for whatever reason, whatever machinations I've fallen into, they need my blood for something. Not right now. I'm still an unripe fruit, waiting to be picked.
Are you sad?
I am confused.
Why?
There was no sign of this until it happened.
That's what a sleeper agent is.
Exactly.
Smacks Pyre upside the head.
From across the room. Crazy.
I'm in more disbelief than anything.
Okay.
Did she hurt you?
Doors unlocked. Come in.
Well, to be quite honest, it was the complete opposite. She was trying to escape, and I.
Oh,
Well,
he
No.
knocked her the fuck out.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Cinders-
Haseo beats women.
What?
No.
Cinders is
Holy
gonna
shit.
shake her.
You can't say that on Twitch radio.
I didn't say it. Pyre did.
Damn it, Pyre, now's not the time.
When I am in, let's call it work mode, meaning my mask is on, everybody is equal in the eyes of the law. And I am the eyes of the law.
She's gonna go up to him, put her hand on his chest where his heart is, and say, "Did she hurt you?"
Surprisingly. Physically.
Not you.
All I-
Points to
all
the
I-
mask.
All I know.
Not you. You, and then points to where his heart is.
All I know is I am in disbelief.
Can I try to sleight of hand the mask off while he's distracted?
You can try.
I have a plus
Okay.
0 to Dex. This could only go great for me. No.
You try to like reach behind him, but Haseo slaps your hand away.
Pretty weakly.
Yeah.
If I may, why are you so attached to her anyways? she was a random passerby that we just so happened to meet. She didn't have much of a personality whatsoever. Not only that, she kind of smelled.
Points
Okay,
to
well, that's just-
Pyre. Why are you so attached to women?
Because, well, it's not just women. Looks at Professor Soraya.
Oh my god.
Soraya looks cocks an eyebrow.
Moxie.
It's-
I mean, Cinders just looks between them, confused.
I have no
Don't
idea
worry
what
about it.
they're meaning.
Anyway,
Then she turns back to Haseo.
what I'm saying, Haseo, is one, she's from the complete inverse of this world. And that's something that we all know now. And we have known.
Yes.
So her views are fundamentally different. Right?
Somewhat.
Contrary to
Okay.
popular belief, it is a mirror of our world, as in we have duplicates there, but it doesn't mean they live the same lives.
Yes, and I believe
I'd
that's
like
all
to
the
think
information
Shadow Soraya is a
know
chef
about.
instead of a scientist.
Cinders holds up her hands to her
Yeah.
face and starts counting her fingers.
I
Thought
believe
about
you
looking for myself one point in time.
I believe you called her Tenebris? Tirsheal?
Tenebris, Viara, take your pick.
Tenebris, yes. Former
Yes,
colleague.
she
of
Does
is-
mine.
the name bring back any emotions,
Yeah,
DM?
I guess she's the
Technically, that name kind of resonates with you a little bit, but
yeah. I believe
Cries.
based
You
off
know-
how sure Tirsheal is, that's who she represents on the Shadowfell. Or is the mirror of. To
Cinders
Answer-
goes up to Haseo and gives him the most awkward hug and pats his back.
Yes, that means there's another you that's probably not dragon-blooded.
Haseo does.
That was in his head.
Yes, Pyre?
there is one small one that is a little different between our worlds. Is my Asvarians don't exist in the Shadowfell. They're the only ones without duplicates.
Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious. You created them.
Correct.
If you send them over there, could you take over the Shadowfell? Anyways,
That's a good question. If all of them were still alive, probably.
wonderful. Anyways, how does this moping around and reminiscing help us with our current objective of the fact that we're about to be hunted down by a couple Ronin, and we also have 7 other bounties as well as a cult to go and take care of? Not only that, but we're also here on a diplomatic trip. On top of that, we also have our own things that the Empress has told us to do
Interesting.
on her own. On top of that, why do we still care?
I am cramming a set of gloves into his mouth to stop him from talking.
Cinders is just staring at Haseo and just
Nope.
to answer your question from earlier, Pyre. To be honest, you're right, and I have to face the sad truth that in reality, yes, I don't know much about them besides what they have shared. But
Haseo, have you ever had a girlfriend before?
no,
Cinders throws a pillow at him.
Ah, this makes sense. All right, this is always going to be the hardest part. Just let go.
You know, you're
That's
kind
just
of an
like,
insensitive
I know-
dick.
I know
That's
that
just-
I am being insensitive right now, but just let go. It'll help you in the long run. You guys didn't form any spectacular memories together that you'll remember forever.
I mean, Cinders looks hurt at that. I tried, okay?
To be fair, they did spend most of 2 weeks behind locked doors of his estate, We don't really know what happened there.
Dude,
Cinders
Okay.
looks confused at that.
And I did the same thing with like 40 other people. So what's
That's
the point?
because you're a whore.
And I don't
Haseo isn't.
make fun of you for how you make your money.
Look,
What does that word mean?
I'll tell you when you're older.
my reason,
I'm 21.
my reasoning for caring, I guess. Her situation was a lot like, maybe not necessarily like mine, but my family. After the calamity, my family practically lost everything. They scrambled to stay afloat. We lost
hmm
most of our history. None of our members could remember anything because that is when my family was afflicted with this, the infernal curse. And sadly, my parents passed away when I was very young.
I never knew my parents, if it makes you feel better. I didn't know my uncle. Points to Soraya.
Why don't we all go fishing?
That sounds
No.
like an incredibly bad idea.
I feel like we
Looks-
have a lot more
looks-
pressing matters
I did
than
see
fishing.
a nice river just below this village.
Don't
Yeah.
encourage them,
Looks to
please.
looks to Haseo.
Like as
Don't
much
take
as
your mind off of things. And I'll stop verbally berating you because I'll be focused on fishing.
well, I
Focus
do
on
want to
fishing.
focus my attention on something, and he holds up one of the empty realm shards. This is
Officer, can I talk to Haseo? Not you.
you are talking to him.
No, we're talking
No.
to the mask. Those are
Yeah,
two
we
very
really are.
different things.
Mm.
Points to her own mask.
It's
The fact that
I-
you're hiding behind a literal and proverbial mask is a sign of weakness.
He's not
What is
taking off the
proverbial?
mask.
Let me
let me keep my mask on, please.
Yeah,
I-
sure. You can bottle up those feelings, and I'm gonna find my feelings at the bottom of a bottle.
Here we are.
Hey,
Carrying that.
M Sama, one of us has to get him, one of us has to go for the mask. 3, 2.
Okay, I'll hold him down. I hold him down.
One
He
second.
can't resist both of us.
Yes, I can.
Well, he can resist me very easily.
Well, Moxie's still hugging him, so she's gonna tighten her grip. Go for it now. No, I'm joking. Unless you want to, but
Well, I don't think a 4 in any reality succeeds.
Anyhow,
looks to Haseo.
I understand what you two are trying to do, and I thank you. But right now, I need the mask on.
Wait,
Alright.
what's that about Ronan after us?
Cinder's hearing that is gonna stand up, pat him on the back, and walk out the room. Haseo knows where she's going.
Where are you going? What?
I'm going to go and kill her. I'm going to kill her.
No, you're
No,
not.
they
You
are
don't even
in
know.
jail. That is a bad idea.
Look, man, if I have to
You
die
have-
for my friend's sake, I'm doing it.
What? Killing her is gonna have the opposite effect. What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
If you need to really kill
Fine.
someone, just let Old Whitey do it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna ask Old Whitey to do it.
You really think he's not?
I do have a question so that we can wrap up this conversation. Are Cinders and Soraya actually leaving the room?
No, Zora's not
No.
walking up yet. But
No,
there is
Cinder's
something.
just gonna look to Soraya.
Zora's gonna look at you. Yes. What is it?
Is there a way to make me more powerful?
No. Be gone, thought.
Oh.
And I don't mean slow process. I mean a very fast process. I have an urge that I need to satisfy.
urge.
You can tell she's upset.
Oh,
I don't think
he
physically
he.
berating someone is a good idea, Cinder.
I don't think necessarily you need to do anything that harsh. But
She hurt Haseo. She hurt my friend.
Yes, but
Stop.
killing her is
Yes,
going to have the opposite
but
effect of what you think it's going to
Cinders,
do.
you gotta realize something else. As they've been saying, they weren't in their right mind when this happened. Therefore, how could they know they did something so wrong? You'd be telling,
Cinder's just there.
you'd be persecuting someone not of the right mind. And they may not know why you're being angry at them.
Do it.
The
Shut
whatever
up.
they're
Kill
under.
them.
Shush. Whatever they're under, it may not be their fault. Pretty sure Zerai was in the room when that happened anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinder's
we've been-
gonna stare at him and then stare at
I've seen
Haseo.
similar things happen with magic. I think there's a very high level spell that causes people to basically become your slave for a while.
Modify memory.
I think it's
Geishas.
Goss? Gaia?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Sorry,
high
I'm not
level.
super
Yeah.
well versed in magic. Jørgen was
Looks
my
very
only
confused at this.
person who knew that stuff. But I was
Excellent.
also scared
Aren't
of
you a
that man.
scientist? No offense, Uncle, but aren't you a scientist that works with magic and
No.
magical devices?
Magical devices,
Oh.
sure, but I don't know magic myself. I'm he looks at himself, he's like, I don't even think I even have the magic potential to be that way. I've just relied on my
But-
technology and my intelligence. It's worked so far.
Cinders puts a hand on his shoulder and gives him a thumbs up. You're magical in your own way, Uncle.
He's taken back a little bit. He's like, what?
What?
Thank
Yeah, you're magical
Thank-
in your own way.
thank you.
It is a compliment indeed. But fine. Looks to Haseo, looks to him. You get one chance. I will help you on this, but one chance. After that, I don't care what happens. I don't care if I die in the process. I will have her head.
Okay.
I don't
Pinch's eyebrow or Prince's nose.
I don't think you have any level of authority to arbitrate that, but sure.
No, but I don't think we're going to change their mind unless with
In-
physical force.
Puts hands on her hips. Indeed. Wait, what physical force?
Never mind.
No.
Tirsheal.
You got something.
Hey, Tirsheal, would you mind helping me look into these for the remainder of the night until we go to bed? Or do you have other plans?
I mean, I've pretty much got nothing else to do.
All right.
Yes, Tirsheal
Oh, god damn it.
stares at
Yes.
him. Dew says hi.
We're going to need to sort out your whatever the fuck personality disorder you have
It's
at some point.
folds arms. It's not whatever that is. It is me and myself and others.
Yes, you and your 12 other selves, all speaking concurrently.
It's 6. I think. Looks to self. Then looks to the right. It's 6, right?
The fact that it is more than one would have most people lock you in a cell for a very long time.
Yeah, yes, Nikki.
I will hold off
think
on.
I could help you.
Slowly turns head. Huh?
With what?
Certain things. I've been trying to look you over this entire time, and, well, I'm not well versed in magical afflictions. But then again, I've also been trying to combat Vyara's whole afflictions. Which, even with her death, the Runeworks is still plagued by it. I don't get it.
Wait,
It's
Runeworks?
because magical
Oh.
effects happen. Huh?
Don't worry about
Wait a
it.
minute.
Perhaps,
Isn't
and this is just a theory based on little to no knowledge of the plane.
Very, very far away place I've been helping with an affliction that Vyara gave them.
No, we're aware of that.
Oh.
Yes. Trilla mentioned she was from there.
You have met a citizen from there?
Yes.
Found him in an asteroid made out of this stuff, and he pulls out a coin with a star on it made out of solarium, i.e. the material component required to cast the spell.
So
If
while
you do not have a
The
focus.
most nerdy thing you've seen him do, he adjusts his glasses, but the way he
Oh,
adjusts
God.
it, he takes his palms and, like, adjusts it from each side of it, like, trying not to touch his
Cringe.
so
lenses.
real
And
quick,
he looks at it, like, intensely. He's like, whoa. The
real quick,
energy
Nikki,
off
while
that, I
he's-
can feel it.
While-
Nikki, pause.
while he's doing that and nerding out, what's the other two members of the party doing that have left the party?
They're at a table,
Drinking.
drinking.
I'm trying to
looks
throw
to
it over to you guys so you have some.
looks to Haseo, gives him a hug. You'll be fine, and then runs after them. Hey, wait up for me! I want a drink.
You're good. We already walked a while ago, Buckaroo.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh.
run.
Oh, right.
You can move your token out of the room.
If you want,
I wish I could.
I can work on trying to fix your potential affliction. But, and this is a huge but, you'd have to trust me with something that, even though I was once your enemy, you may not want to ever trust with.
Well,
my people...
No.
Well, I have no association with the Scalic Dominion or the Oros Dynasty anymore. It's behind me.
that is completely fine, Zariah. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care about that. Not to mention, the Empress is wanting to amend any bad blood between our empire and the Asvarians, and I would assume that includes you.
That's fair.
You are their father.
I would need a sample of your soul sake. But also, I would need a sample of... I was
Your
going to say
blood.
Nakano's version of it, but I don't even know if they have any.
Did they have a gourd or some sort of
The only
fluid
thing you took
holding
off
container?
their person was their weapon.
And their mask?
I don't know if you guys took off any belongings, but the jailers did. But, I will remain... I'll remain in this village for the time being, as I feel like you guys have some things you're getting done. If any of you need... well, if any of you are desperately hurt, lose a limb, make sure you bring it back. I can reattach it. I'm a expert surgeon.
Thank you for the
I
offer.
kind of
Yeah.
already have that covered.
Well, your magic
Let's
can only
just-
do so much.
I
He
wasn't
stares
referring
at
to magic.
you. Oh,
Uncle, come on, let's go.
but if
I take his hand.
but if you're willing to
Come
learn
on.
medical, I can also teach.
Science?
I'm a scientist, but I'm also... I'm a...
Doctor.
I'm also
A
doctor.
therapist?
If you lose a limb, I can replace it, even if you don't bring it back.
Well, thank you for the offer.
Again,
You
I,
really are
I
logical.
already have
Crystal
that covered.
Empire already has that kind of thing covered.
Okay, pushes Soraya out.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
go.
yes,
Come
yes.
on. Come on.
Wasn't he supposed to be sitting here and helping us for the rest of the night?
Nah, that was only
No.
with you.
Oh,
Looks to the two. Okay. Haseo,
Yes.
you got this. I pat him on the back.
This is the third time now.
I know,
Okay.
but this time it's special.
I understand.
Gives him a kiss on the forehead.
Oh. Okay.
What the heck is a fizzle?
I lock the door.
I'm joking.
Oh,
He
wait,
knows
Tirsheal!
what it
Tirsheal!
The
Bangs on
door
the
is
door.
already locked.
I know, that's why I'm banging on the door.
Please, I'm trying to throw it to the others. Come on.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while these two are drinking,
Meanwhile, with the drinking party.
you guys drink to your heart's content, watching the customers come and go. Some guards come in and have their drinks. But those individuals you saw wandering about before gone. It seems that Blade Wielder just was scouting out this village for a while. You guys ponder about these individuals more likely while you're drinking, kinda getting ideas while getting drunk. Make me an insight roll.
Oh, I can certainly try.
You guys, I remember some of you pointing out something that you guys almost went towards.
I definitely don't see shit.
Your drunken stupor finally clicks a fucking light bulb in your brain. And you remember seeing a small cave with a pathway made towards it. It was like on the kind of like low end of a cliff across a river, and there was no other way to get it except for there was a log place. You never checked how recent it was, but it was there. Also, something else you do notice is that villagers tend to come and go. They go to the front gate and they just vanish. Some of them go on airships and fly off. But it seems the city, or this little town, still explores the island and goes off into the island. But there have been disappearances, hence the bounties. Perhaps some of the disappearances were too close to home.
I am too young to be drinking, thank you.
Too young.
You literally just said they were 21 when I said I'd explain it when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She is 21. She's just gonna,
Cinders, just drink.
Mm-hmm.
Slides a glass over to you.
Peer pressure, just drink.
If you don't like it, you don't have to finish it. Just drink. Get yourself a glass of milk if you want. Slides a glass over to Zaraya.
You see him reach into his coat pocket and pull out a smoke. Start smoking. I have a different substance abuse.
That's fine. We all have our vices. Mine is carnal. Yours is, it seems like blood. You like smoking. You eat fucking crystals. Tell me what's normal about this.
No, actually, they could just eat liquid forms of elemental things. Or you can blast them with the element for long enough, maybe. I haven't tested that. You're already fireproof, it's probably pointless to ask if
Hey,
Phoenix
Zaraya?
warm. Huh?
We're here to drink and just decompress.
Bye. My bad.
So, Pyre, I have a question for you.
Not right now. We are drinking and decompressing.
But it's a really
Relaxing
good
hour.
question.
Then hold it.
Oh,
Relax hour.
would you like a drinking game? I'll participate.
Pulls out a deck of cards. Let's do it.
That's-
Not that kind of
okay.
game.
Oh, puts away the deck of cards.
It's very easy.
You know what? Where's Tirsheal? Hold on. Before we start this drinking game, I'm gonna go grab Tirsheal.
Let's get the other
Tirsheal.
alcoholic.
All right,
Let's
I'm
get
gonna-
the actual alcoholic who just locked
I
the
tr-
door to the sleeping quarters.
I tried
Imagine
already.
I'm at the door. I
Fades
run
to
over to the
black.
door and knock on the door.
Tirsheal.
That's a joke.
Tirsheal.
Gary, we're busy.
Come drink with us, Tirsheal. We're
No,
decompressing.
We're busy.
working.
All right. Don't have too much fun. Wear protection. And I go back.
I'll take that as a no.
They're busy. Probably screwing or something.
Why is that your first instinct?
Well, I'm glad to see Haseo's
Because
already
he's
It's a
moving on.
survival
Or-
instinct.
Cinders already has like 3 glasses of milk in front of her and a bottle of milk.
All right.
That's
What's
not
this
how
game,
you-
Zariah?
What's the
Professor.
game?
Do you have a doctorate?
Do you have to? Oh, good.
Do you have a master's degree?
That's a silly question to ask, friend. But here's the game.
What qualifies you as a professor?
What
He has a
qualifies me?
doctorate and he's amazing and he's the best uncle in the world.
Hmm,
Takes a shot.
I've been alive for
Fucking, I'll take
several
that.
hundred years. Been doing this job for most of my life. I think that's qualification enough.
Looks to him.
Yeah, all right.
This
Try
is
and
why
get a job with that.
I have a job. Though not the best of job. I have one.
Game. So game.
Yeah, drinking game.
He well, he'll get a drink either way. In his own glass. It is simple. I'll ask you
Mhm.
questions. You drink if you don't want to answer them. Or you can answer them truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. We each ask a question to an individual here.
What if we can't answer the question? Like we just
Drink.
simply
You
don't know. Okay. I am down to play this game. And I
Hey,
already
okay.
start drinking.
He's
Already start
Zariah
drinking.
smiles. And I guess I will go first. He will look at Pyre and go,
Uh-oh.
are there many cities or no cities? In the sorry, no wait. I'm gonna reiterate that question. In the Ashlands, is there civilization there? Or are they just nomads? Whether or not you want to reveal a secret like that from the Ashlands is up to you. Because that Ashlands is the most unknown place. But you come from there, and this is something your character would know. There is one massive city.
Civilization is a gathering of people in a organized format. Nomadic tribes and cities and all those things could be considered civilization. So the Ashlands, with it having people, has civilization.
Meaning, is it like a nation, cities and towns?
Drink.
Oh, fair enough.
I almost got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling questions.
I saw you trying to play
well,
around that a
You're
little
next,
bit.
Pyre.
Who shall you aim for?
Whitey.
Yes?
What is more important to you? The safety of the party and the Crystal Empire, or your draconic bloodline?
Sit there for a minute. Drinks.
Well, I
Matt?
guess it's your turn.
No, I'm assuming I can ask anyone, or is it just
Anyone.
going around the
It
table?
doesn't matter.
Anyone.
You can ask anybody.
No, okay, okay. Oh fuck, do I even know that? I know Durga would know this, but I don't know if... Would Old Whitey know that Zariah has a shit ton of clones?
No, I don't.
I don't
I
think he
wouldn't
would.
think so.
Uh,
I mean,
He's
unless the
mentioned
Crystal Empire knew.
He's
mentioned his clones before. He's not. He doesn't hide that part about himself. He does mention it.
Because he's so proud of himself. Which is
Oh,
good.
he thinks he's
Old Whitey.
humble for using his own clones instead of people.
Okay.
Oh, alright
I see.
then.
Humble brag.
Humble brag.
Well, he
humble brag.
thinks I'm not harming anyone. That's his logic.
I'm
But
not harming anyone.
He's
so I'm
still
better
he's still
than you.
progressing science, but he's trying to do it in the most humane way he can think of. He's like, well, I'm okay with the experiments, so my clones are.
Interesting, interesting. Well,
As weird as that
regardless, I'll still
logic
ask this
is.
question. I'm still gonna ask this question, even if it was a mild, even if you already answered it technically via
Oh,
out of
sorry.
character. It's fine. It's fine. Zariah,
Mhm.
why do you hide behind so many clones?
Ah. Some of my clones are for my experiments. The others are deceptions. I have many enemies. Some from the former Scalic Dominion. Some from the Crystal Empire, or at least I thought for a while. And I guess my sister has technically caused more enemies. Oh. Should I could technically... None of my clones are in any positions of power. They all reside in labs or something like the other. They try to be doctors or something to help others. Or they just hide off and experiment on other clones. Not all of them know that they're clones. A lot of them, most of them actually, believe that they are me, the real one. The only thing that makes it so that I am sort of noticeable, unfortunately, is the fact that I removed my ULT scales long ago. That's the major difference between me and my clones. Is my clones keep getting them scales back. He shrugs. Can't really do anything about it, though.
I believe he's answered. So now it's Cinder's turn. Who will you ask a question?
Let's do Old Whitey.
You can ask.
Have you ever had a wife before?
Blank stares.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yes.
Oh. I guess I cannot ask anything further, but yeah. I guess it's your turn. Points to Zariah.
Zariah will smile, look at Sinners and go, when you change between your elements, do you lose memories? Do you know if you have any missing days?
Cinders blinks, looks up to the sky while putting her finger at the chin and tapping it lightly. It feels like viewing it from an outside view.
He
So
takes out his notebook and starts writing it down. And he puts it on the table.
So it's like how I would view Pyre. Like right now, I see Pyre over there. That's how my memories of Moxie is. And Dew's one's kinda hazy, so I cannot give you an accurate description of what
He
happened.
writes everything down. I think that is answer. Thank you. He takes a drink.
Looks to Pyre.
His face starts getting rosy. What is this?
Oh,
Sake.
sake.
Oh,
Sake.
Slowly slides a glass of milk to him.
Mm-mm.
okay. Yeah, no, he's a lightweight.
Yes.
Lightweight.
He's not drunk or tipsy, but he's nearing it.
He's
It's like a 13 to 20% proof. Sake
18 to
is.
20%. That's feeling it.
Professor Zariah,
Mm-hmm.
what type of political power do you wield with the Asvarian?
Oh,
Digging deep with some of these questions.
He adjusts his glasses and takes a drink.
yeah, I wouldn't want to tell anyone as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's your turn, Old Whitey.
I'm aware. I'm thinking. Kind of a crapshoot.
Old young
'cause I
Whitey.
Old young Whitey. I'm kind of 50-50ing on another question to Zariah, or actually a question to Pyre.
That's hilarious. That's his rapper name, Old Young Whitey.
Old
Little Big Planet?
Little Big Plane, let's go.
What's that called?
Little Big Planet?
No. When using words like that together. It is
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
Thank you. I gotta pee.
I'm just gonna go with 50-50. I'm just gonna go roll like a D2 or something like that and just see who it lands on.
You mean flip a coin?
That's a
He
D2, man.
flips a
That's all a
coin.
D2 is. It's a coin. So be it. Okay. I'll have to wait for Nikki to get back to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just do what you normally do and ask one or two?
Because I like to occasionally leave it up to the dice, and other times I like to leave it up to other people.
Mm.
And that's how I like to keep everyone
Anyways,
not
your
knowing what
question.
I'm gonna do. I gotta wait, make sure Nikki's here first. This is a Zariah question.
Oh no, she's dead.
They went to the bathroom. They'll be back in no time.
That's- So,
You brought something up that piqued Old Whitey's interest, and now Old Whitey needs to ask this question. But this was before we started this drinking game.
just out of curiosity, would Haseo ever, if Haseo lived in like modern time, would he have gone through an emo phase?
I don't think he would have had time to deal with that. Like I said, his parents died at a young age, so he immediately had to take control of his house, basically.
Aw. There's that big brother that stepped up. Nice.
Respectable.
I'm not a big brother. I have a
I'm
cousin, but
Oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I rolled a two-faced coin, whatever. Flipped the coin, landed on Zariah, so I'm gonna ask Zariah a question instead of
Sounds
Pyre.
good. That makes sense to me.
Zariah, why do you hide your scales?
Oh. He looks down.
Shoot, I didn't notice.
He like taps his glass for a moment and he looks back up. To be honest, it's actually... I wanted to blend in with everyone else. I didn't like my scales as it made me look... My scales were a representation of my bloodline. Others to know I once belonged to royalty. Royalty, quotation marks. My family
I am
is
royalty.
a bloodline
Oh,
of
no.
cobras. King cobras, to be exact. In a way, our scales are of that colorless pattern. A close second family would be the basilisks. In technicality, they hold more power than my family.
Oh,
But I don't know what happened between our two families, but they've hated us, me and my sister, for quite a long time. I don't remember my father, mother, or if I ever had any other siblings. It's just been me and my sister, and Urian taking care of us both. I owe a lot to Urian. I also despise the man for what he has done, what he made me do.
Cinders is writing all of this down.
Oh my god. It's
Does
literally
Cinders know how
family
to write?
connections right here.
Yeah, she does actually.
Does Cinders know how to write?
I believe that is my question.
Yes.
Okay, quick. I'm quickly taking down notes. Okay, and done. Close this book. Looks to Pyre.
Uh-oh.
Out of everyone you have had some sort of relationship with, who was your favorite to be with?
Fucking 1,000-mile stare. Just like off into the distance.
Going back through all them memories.
And I'm just gonna start looking at my shadow.
Huh. Looks to the shadow as well. The floor?
If I remembered her name after she took it from me, I'd be able to tell you. But it's also the reason why I decided to stay in the Fae. I left whenever her time was up. And that's all I remember. But that's the one.
Nods and writes this down on a separate page.
Pyre's playing with a necklace.
History. Writes that down. Uncle, it's your turn.
Looks at Old Whitey.
Uh-oh. Hmm. Hmm.
Where do you hail from? You don't exactly look like you were born in the Crystal Empire. No offense or anything.
None taken. Come from the ice fields.
Oh. I actually have a clone there.
Interesting.
And that is the only one who has ever contacted me.
Thursday's campaign did that.
Old Whitey would get a minor flash. Almost
God
for
damn
a
it, cringe
moment,
damage.
Professor Zariah looks like he has his scales again along his neck and chest, but his eyes are blue and red. For only a moment, not fraction of a second, but for a few seconds, that's what he looks like. And he goes back to normal. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know how they contacted me, but they contacted me like my Azarians have contacted me through a spell called Sending. I don't know how it works, but I really don't like it when people talk in my mind. It drives me nuts. Especially while I'm working, because I look around and be like, who the Magic is so...
Citrus only looks away while drinking milk.
Oh, no, Cinders, don't worry about it.
Ah,
Icefields is
okay.
a harsh environment, quite a place to be from. I can understand your scales a lot more. I'd be proud of them, as you come from a strong breed of dragon. Ferocious, as they are known for combat. He sort of smiles as he's saying that.
Sweet.
Pyre. He will actually take, but he's still gonna take a drink for, even though he answered. This is really good.
Moxie.
Hmm?
No. I know who I'm speaking to. Moxie.
Got 12
Cinders is
options
gonna
sitting
look.
up in here.
How am I gonna do that? Okay, she's listening.
Actually, this goes for all of you.
Ooh,
It's just eyebrow.
loaded question.
Well, all of you.
All of this.
All of that.
Oh,
Let me.
Weird.
Okay,
how many
I think
personality?
I got this. She closes her eyes for a moment, and then when she opens it, instead of her usual amber, it's just rainbow colored.
Hey. All right. I like it. Anyways.
Indeed.
You-
What is it?
Like having to share a body, would you rather live separately, in separate lives?
Well, that is indeed a really good question. While I have not found myself yet, and I have found that splitting between these 6 have really helped me understand myself, and although I'm not yet to take form or shape, I am just trying to figure out is which one would people rather have instead of, trying to figure it out. In a sense, it is trying to figure out oneself, but I am unsure of what or who I want to be yet. Does that answer your question?
No. Would you rather live separate lives as different people or stay as one form?
I would say I would rather them live their own separate lives than rather be a part of me. Although,
Okay.
yes, they are personalities, I do see them as their own individual person. Hence, their memories seem scattered most of the time.
Kind of like shooting glances at Zariah while this entity is speaking. Nice flip.
Nice flip. Sick flip, bro.
All right, go ahead, Whitey.
Hmm.
She closes her eyes and then goes back to the normal amber color.
Okay. Unfortunately, running low on questions mentally here, so I'm trying to think of a good one.
There are
It's a
so many.
shame- It is a shame Tirsheal could not participate because he
I
promised
know.
to help. You could have gotten so much insight into why he actually does.
Could have been so much.
To find out why he likes drinking.
I think
Oh, what?
I got some.
Alright.
Specifically for Pyre.
Mm-hmm.
You dropped a question on me that I feel like I should try and drop back.
Damn.
That was
Mhm.
more or less if it's just worded a little different.
Mhm.
What does this party mean to you? And why are you exactly sticking around?
Pyre's gonna lean back in his stool a little bit. To be honest,
Hmm?
out of everyone that was in that desert, somehow your group managed to be the first non-hostile creatures I encountered. Granted, immediately followed up by an attack of red orcs or whatever they are.
I think they
Oni.
were They were Oni. Yeah.
I digress.
Hmm.
To answer your question, and to put it blunt, it's simply because at first it seemed like a good opportunity.
Hmm.
And now it serves as a stepping stone. If I wish to progress in the way that I do. And quite frankly, with the lackadaisical militaristic complex within everything that we do. It's disheartening to hear of a mighty empire that feels more like a sitcom. Even being within those walls atop. So, it's a means to an end.
I see. That's my question.
It's interesting said that because she originally had an idea of what to ask, but now she's thinking. She looks to Pyre, stares for a bit, but then looks to Zariah. Uncle, you've achieved so much, you've done so many things, and you have accomplished so much that you should be proud of yourself. But that begs me to ask, with all this accomplishment in your field of science, do you regret not having time to spend with your children or your sister? Or even to socialize with others and potentially have a different life than the one you live?
He starts stroking his chin and like eventually just staring down at his cup. You know, I never really thought about that. I've been so focused on my work, I haven't really thought about that. It's been so long. While I don't fully regret everything of my past, it's quite a... If I had a different upbringing, perhaps I wouldn't have had such unfortunates about my... I think I would be less... I would be more emotion. Right now, emotions are barely there. It's not that I don't feel, don't get me wrong. I've just been able to suppress my
Numb to
emotions
it.
pretty well.
Hmm.
Though, it probably has stopped me from relationships.
Nods. It's your turn.
Right. It is my turn. He looks at Pyre. He considers. Ah. Pyre. You've mentioned quite a lot about the Fae. Were you cursed by a Fae? And if so, do you know who? I know that's two questions, but I'm just curious if you were cursed.
Don't worry, Old
He
Whitey
doesn't know
asked two
about
questions.
you actually being cursed. He's actually just curious because you've mentioned your knowledge about Fae.
My bird-like sultry eyes will immediately shoot into a narrow glare. And Pyre, while holding this eye contact, will drink.
Dang.
Zariah will realize what the staring is for and nod his head. Very well.
Pyre, it's your turn.
While Pyre thinks of a question, what the fuck is happening over here?
No, what's going on with the
Meanwhile-
boys in the
Yeah,
back?
what's going on with the boys?
Research.
Oh, wonderful. Let's go back then.
Back to Drake.
Fucking nerd shit, am I right? Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking
I do
nerds.
need Arcana checks. You can make it with Wisdom, Haseo,
Okay.
I mean, I would just.
or just give
How many?
Tirsheal the.
I don't have
So-
proficiency, so I can't give you advantage. Caesar can't do it either. So
You know, I would have given you bardic inspiration, but we haven't rested in a long time.
We're
So I'm out
also
of bardic
behind a locked
inspiration.
door, and unless you're going to try and force your miasma through the cracks in the wall,
No, I mean, before I left, I pet Haseo because I was like, yeah, let me give him some bardic inspiration. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm out.
I'm outside
you're
already.
out? How are you out?
They used it all.
You shouldn't. Really? What the fuck? Okay.
I've been
They-
spending it,
They
okay?
use it willy nilly. They're very,
That's
very
true.
willy nilly with it.
So how many Arcana checks do you need me to make, or us to make?
At least 4
each.
Like each
total.
total?
Oh, yeah. So 2 each if you guys are gonna do it separate.
Yeah. Because I
Even
can't.
split.
Well, hold on. Who has the better modifier?
You.
You.
I
Yes. But the thing is, I can't give you advantage, so it's like.
do. Even if you were using wisdom for yours, it wouldn't.
Not that.
With
better.
advantage, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, unless Caesar can give me advantage, but even then.
Oh wait, hold on. The little shit deserves it. I pressed a digitation to make the rat purple.
I can't believe you, you
I-
little shit.
Yes.
Actually,
Quick.
when examining these shards, can I be using Soul Sight? Would that give me advantage?
You wouldn't see anything. Except Tirsheal.
Wow, I don't know.
Wait. You'd see...
Well.
Oh, actually, you would see Ishmael right here.
Wow,
What the fuck is that guy?
somebody
He
working
looks like
something.
this. Also,
Ishmael.
he's the gambler that.
Pyre
talks
That
to.
Pyre lost a lot of money too.
Oh yeah. No, he broke even, didn't
Wait.
he?
I think he broke
No,
even.
he didn't.
So here, how about
I have an interesting thing I can do.
yeah?
I can ritually cast this. And this might be able to help us with the crystals a lot more than just plain Arcana checks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or would using detect magic,
Give Tirsheal advantage.
yeah, because I'd be able to identify the school of magic related to the crystals.
It's necromancy. I'm joking. I don't know.
As you cast
What?
detect magic, you sense enchantment on all 3
Okay.
crystals.
Would that grant enough of a bonus to make advantage on Arcana checks? Seeing as though I now understand which school of magic I'm working with.
Enchantment is basically
Enchantment is arguably the worst
entrance and
school of
beguile
magic
other people
morally.
and monsters. You can It's basically charming, or it's a very enchantment's charming.
Yeah.
Enchantment is morally the worst school of magic because at least
Okay,
necromancy waits until the subject is
Now,
dead.
it is faint
No.
and barely there. You believe that you may have found what it once was, but there is a lack of magic in it. But you do detect another source of magic in it that is more pertaining to soul magic. Though faint, it lingers.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question of if that grants the
Not
boost.
Maybe not straight advantage, maybe a flat bonus. I don't know.
I'll give you a +2 bonus.
I'll
That's-
make 2 at normal with +2.
And I guess I'll make 2 then.
That
Wow.
Why is Haseo even there?
magic.
Magic. Alright,
I mean, I might have some
Alright,
insight.
you believe you
Alright,
could
so move
repurpose
over
these
this.
crystals.
Sorry, what?
Huh?
You
You
were
can
talked over.
You can repurpose them. They're uncharged and not connected to any realm. Now, they will default to Narikov if you decide to attempt it here on Narikov. If you go to a different plane, you could charge them with that plane.
Could we charge it with similar energy to a plane if we had the ability to do so?
Yes, but you would have to be within that dimension.
And that's the issue.
Do I hear road trip?
Either way you
Nice.
put it, you have to be either in a different realm or plane for it to switch.
Alright,
What if I introduce it to something corrupted by the void?
Are you nuts?
Well, that would make void crystals.
Yeah, but what would they even be connected to?
Or make something
The
horribly
astral
worse?
sea.
Actually, yeah, technically they'd be connected to the astral itself.
It would quite literally mean we would have a way to potentially travel outside of the system.
Hey,
Potentially.
you know what?
You
It's a
believe
You know what?
theory.
attempting such a thing could be quite dangerous, as you don't know whether or not it would work. And you believe if you are incorrect about it, you may just shunt yourselves into the void.
Huh.
So, originally these crystals were fueled with souls.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character,
Like
me and Mr. Soviet here have been discussing what we could potentially do with these crystals. We're trying to figure out a way to get to the soul moon with them.
You would have to go there.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking, like, if I tried to charge the crystals with my, let's call it soul key, like, would I have a guess of what would happen?
Or would we be back where we started?
You don't know.
Well, we know how to expunge them, if need be, because I've already done it once.
And you also now know how to fill them up.
Yeah. So relatively, at this time, we can just if you want, I can experiment with one of them and see what happens. And then expunging it shouldn't be that hard, if need be.
Who's the last one to ask a question?
I have an idea.
And what's
if
that?
this requires us to go somewhere to link it, Zariah seems to have founded knowledge on Runerics. Why not make our own portal there? Access to their knowledge, more importantly, their technology, would put the Crystal Empire, by the sounds of it, quite fucking ahead of the curb. Especially with a collapsing Scalic Dominion and a technocratic empire that is biding their time.
True, but at the same time, the sounds of it, it sounds like that place is still suffering from the effects of Pyre, which
It's been 5 years.
even so,
We don't
we
know
would
exactly
risk.
what's going on.
Well, we could simply ask the man, but if it's still a issue there, this could potentially be a way for it to flow over to here, which would be a risk. I want to try one thing though, if that is possible. Are you fine with that, Tirsheal?
Would like a better understanding before we start tampering with it.
In what regards?
What are you planning to do?
Well, through these crystals, I have, gained this, and he's gesturing to the white light again.
I think that was more absorbing an unknown quantity of souls, but go on.
Maybe I could channel some of it back into the crystal or something like that. If I need to expunge it again, I know how to expunge it.
You had to have help to do so, though.
I primarily asked for help because, well, there's always a chance for failure. Not necessarily that I need help to do so. I know I can do it. I can replicate it.
You also don't have an exact understanding of what you specifically did, as you were being misled in the process.
Nikki, would I have a... Well, no, expunging... Whatever in her sleeper agent form Nakono did, yes, condensed whatever energies were in these crystals into the sake, and I drank it all. Expunging ritual is a normal procedure that is, well, honestly easy to do. I just prefer to have help if I can.
The fact of the matter is, no matter what your intent with the ritual was, they still tampered with it.
Yes, it wasn't an expunging ritual, yes.
We didn't.
Look, all I'm saying is...
We don't know what they did specifically. I would not recommend potentially recreating the same problem that... I wouldn't even call it resolved. We created a separate issue in its entirety, but that's beside the point.
Sure. All I'm saying is, I would just like to attempt. Right? I am confident that I can expunge it, regardless of what happens.
You also run the risk of destroying the crystal.
Well, you said it yourself. You know how we could fill these. It's just...
Yes, we have to channel the power of a place into it. Channeling what is essentially your now soul-bound circuits isn't going to link it to anywhere. It's just going to recreate the same effect that the Fae put on them. or it's going to create something else entirely that may be extremely unstable.
Maybe, but
I'm
at the
saying,
same time, it may give us insight.
I am saying the unknowns and the cons greatly outweigh the pros in this situation. If anything, the most responsible thing for us to do would be to hand these off to a higher authority to figure out what to deal with. But at the same time, the possibility of having a doorway in our pocket to somewhere else, that is
very. I won't lie, it is a very enticing offer. It just depends on where the door goes.
He's going to pull out the crystal bolter. I got a new idea.
Oh, God damn it. I immediately see what you're wanting to do. I know what you want to do.
Portal gun.
Yeah. I feel like this might lead to some revelation. Can I at least, please?
Would I have to make a separate roll, or would the natural 20 I rolled earlier be sufficient enough to take a educated guess on whether this is a more bad idea than it is a good idea?
I mean, I will say this is just the last time Haseo is asking. He's looking for answers to his current predicament.
Nikki?
I think she might have stepped away.
No.
Oh no.
Oh. So Soviet was asking if using his natural 20 from earlier, if he could make an educated guess what would happen if Haseo attempted to channel his soul key into it.
Good question. Man, I'll have to figure it out. Oh shit.
Yes.
I'm joking.
I am asking the question. Please do not be pedantic about this.
Alright. Sorry, I really need to pee. One moment.
Okay, so we're making the portal gun to the sci-fi setting and we're stealing their technology, got it?
Oh my god.
But think about it, the Crystal Empire can just become the Tau.
No.
Why are we talking about me so much?
What?
Anywho, how are you doing, Radio? So I did have to step away for a sec, but from what I heard from the gist of Nikki, it's like we have to fuck around and find out. Which is understandable.
It sounds like our normal quota and normal thing we do.
Mm-hmm. It's just I'm trying to get permission from you to fuck around and find out.
So fun fact, chat, did you know when you're at a steakhouse and you look at the weight of the steak on the menu, it's the pre-cooked weight, not the actual weight when it comes off the grill?
Wow. Alright, welcome back, Nikki.
Thank you. Can you repeat the question again?
So, radius. Not radius. Nope. Go ahead.
I'm asking if, with the natural 20 from earlier, would it be enough to insight whether what he is proposing
Which is
would be a bad idea, as he is trying to channel the energy we just removed from the crystals back into one of them
is soul
after
key.
it has been bound to his circuits.
It's been bound
Or
to
if this
his
would be a
circuit.
separate. Or if this would be a separate check.
Separate check.
I'm make an Arcana check at normal with no modifier. Roll
Oh.
a 26. I'm looking at my notes.
And you figure this out. So, you realize that Haseo is turning into something you weren't expecting, and it can either be potentially super dangerous or a weapon, an asset. They're becoming something of anti-magic, revealing they're becoming a blank.
A what?
Basically,
can't-
a creature that repels magic, a creature that destroys magic just by being near it.
Nikki's created psychic blanks. God damn it.
Yeah, they're anti-magic beings created from, well, destroying specific sources of magic and absorbing soul magic, which is a little bit of anti-magic itself. But revealing this actually reveals something else.
We get a double reveal. What a treat.
Music, calm down.
Okay.
No, it must
Uh,
crescendo.
shut.
8 more
Shut.
HP.
Oh,
So
no.
you're at 76.
Ooh.
Wait. No, wait. No, that's
Oh,
right.
did you
That's right.
yeah, you just bumped up my con, that'd be an 8 extra. Oh. Oh god. What's happening to me?
Okay. You gain the following things. You're increased your stuff. Your soul is now intertwined with anti-magic. So, yeah, you gain advantage against magic of any kind on its saving throws and stuff. And whenever you roll a nat 1 on your saving throws against magic, you create a chaos surge, which is not wild magic. But it's like
I don't
wild
like
magic.
Oh
That's
boy.
Have a new table.
Hey. That's good for you, Nikki.
Oh, so he's just going to Perils of the Warp. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Heresy, for that stupid system.
You are walking down the path of becoming a scar of magic. Or a scar against magic.
Is there a way to not make that a problem?
Keep him in check.
Or is it entirely inherent on how he wields it?
Keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't if it goes too far, they will become targeted by powerful mages. But if they don't go too far with it, they won't become a beacon.
So basically, we need to ensure that it doesn't progress from here.
Well,
now, question:
if you let it progress a little bit, they will become strong against magic-wielding creatures. But if you let it go too far, they become a danger to everyone around them that uses magic.
including the world that is magic in its nature? I
Mostly
don't
just
want to fight.
people and items. But he doesn't lose his mind or anything. That's not it. His body
This
just
isn't
becomes
magic.
dangerous towards magic.
Alright.
You will see him actually stop writing notes for a second. What happens if he tries to channel that back into the crystals? I'm guessing that since they are still magic in nature, they would be destroyed, or it's going to create something very bad.
It wouldn't do too much. It's part of them already.
No, I'm saying if he tried to channel that into the crystals, which is what the original check was around.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it,
At
due
the moment,
to it
they
being
can't channel that into objects like that. They can channel into
Except
their
for his
own
spell.
weapon. Except for that
Right.
one spell. They'd have to get a little bit further into it to be able to do that.
Alright.
I'm just going to show him. I want you to imagine the fucking Charlie Day conspiracy board, but written off on 2 pages in a notebook. There are just disconnected sections and lines linking to each other,
Oh.
and
Oh.
then they stop.
Oh. What? Okay. What does this mean?
I don't think you have proper magic anymore. There were old rumors my master used to talk about of creatures that were, by their nature, destructive of magic.
Okay.
They were intentionally sought out and destroyed because they had the ability to destroy items, people, creatures, anything that could manipulate the arcane flow. If this goes too far, people are going to notice.
Oh.
And that you will be hunted for it.
Great.
However, there's also the possibility that if we keep an eye on it, you are both the greatest threat and the most valuable asset to any kingdom, not just the Crystal Empire at the moment.
Oh, great.
Your ability is limited. You can't imbue it into the crystals as you were hoping. Perhaps the weapon that is already bound to you due to how your order handles things.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about the realm shards.
Yeah, the blank
They're
ones.
blank shards now.
The ones that you gave back to me.
Did we ever say we gave them back to you? 'Cause
Yes, I have it
No.
written down.
I thought they've just been on the floor in the room this entire time.
I don't remember anyone saying they picked it up.
Yeah.
No, we
I
Well, that's I'm
remember us
also like
giving
a
them
short
back.
term.
Okay,
I also
then
have short-term
I don't
memory
know.
loss. So
I don't know.
then that's fine. Then I would just say that I handed them over so that you guys could research them.
Oh,
makes sense.
because we directly mentioned looking into them before
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, I'll
goes
just
in
say
again.
that happened. I was just confused. I was like, wait a second.
yeah, because
What
I've been
fucking crystals are you guys talking about?
yeah, because I've been operating under the assumption that they've just been on the floor since the ritual, because everybody just kind of
Okay.
left.
we
After
have
that.
So, but
we
once I
have
left, I was like,
now-
blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go drink here. You guys can research these.
we
and
now
then-
have blank or unaspected shards.
Times 3.
You. My concern is if you continue down this path and you try to channel that energy into an object, given that these are inherently like realm shards and other such items, you might end up just destroying them or creating a very dangerously unstable item
A
to
black hole.
destroy magic. No, less that, more of a weapon that only affects those who are in tune with their circuits.
Well, that's good to know, I guess. Well, hey, like I said, this led to discovering things. Huh.
Not a good discovery,
No.
but an understanding nonetheless. This is not how I was hoping this whole trip would go. But it explains why Nakano was. It
Guess we-
explains why her hand may have slipped a bit earlier than intended, and it also explains why they would want your blood if this was to continue. Whoever she was working for had a plan.
Out of a very potent anti-magic, I guess. Which I guess my blood would become. What was that, Nikki?
Figured it out.
No, I think I know who had a plan, and I think I know exactly what he wanted it for.
Who?
The one motherfucker who's been trying to take care of the barrier keeping him out.
Zarkarian? Holy fuck. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Holy shit.
It's a magic barrier that one of the most powerful eldritch beings in the universe can't tamper with. However, if you get a potent enough anti-magic source, it doesn't matter what kind of fucking barrier it is, it's gone.
Wow, that's some revelations out of character. Fuck. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Hell, no. This is the more dangerous other thing that is probably unrelated. You could use that ability to break a planet by killing its Ethereum source.
Oh, fuck, you're right. But I would have to get to that in the first place.
You would have to be a maximum level. Or a
Yes.
maximum, you would have to be fully
Level as well.
transformed. And, like,
Yeah.
in tuned with it enough that you would have to sacrifice yourself into a core.
But
good luck getting to a core of a planet, because that's, like,
Mm-hmm.
impossible for any normal person.
Again, I am 98.6% positive that that was Zarkarian's plan. Because he manipulates everyone.
Hey, man, this is why I want to talk to Nakano, because I really want to look at her soul, because looking at somebody's soul, you can tell a lot of things, because, like, maybe if somebody's cursed them or has forced their will upon it, that would really shine a light on who's actually behind them, in my opinion. But, anyway, these are revelations out of character. Well, thank you for taking the time to help me research this. It's getting late, so it's probably best to start heading to bed. I believe those individuals from earlier said they'd be waiting outside of town. In their want of the bounties that Pyre has picked up for us, so I think we have a lot of things to think on, and best rest. Rest would be best.
Hmm. I wonder if this is a hereditary condition now.
I'll worry about that when if it ever comes up.
Yeah. We should probably go make sure the others aren't, I don't know, destroying the establishment in a drunken stupor. Cut to the table that has been left unsupervised for 10 minutes.
So who was actually last to ask?
Me.
Me?
It was
Okay.
Pyre's turn
So-
to ask a question.
It was Pyre.
So it's Whitey's turn then.
And I
Right?
said it was
No,
Pyre's
what?
turn to
No,
ask
it's
the
Pyre's
question.
turn. Right.
No, it's my. That's while I was thinking about a question, we cut over to them.
Yeah,
Right.
that was
Yeah.
a goal.
Now I remember.
Moxie,
Hmm?
not Cinders, specifically Moxie this time.
Oh, okay. She's listening.
Well, actually, you know what? This is no. This could be a question for you as well, maybe. But I'm asking Moxie. What's up with that order member that you were hanging out with at the party or the festival?
Cinder stares, and then she just takes a sip. Well, she drinks her milk, and then pours another glass.
Willing to share that information.
I just kind of give you the Shrek look. Oh. Hey, Tirsheal, are you actually going to come and drink with us now?
Oh.
Bull's chair does not verbally respond and is just staring
Oh,
At
Pours you
what?
a drink.
at
the table.
nothing. No,
Let's-
it's like you know that look when someone's staring in a direction, but they're not actually looking at anything.
Yeah, they don't exist. Their mind is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Pushes drinks
Can
to
I have my
Haseo
rocks
and
back
Tirsheal.
now?
My rocks!
Can I have my rocks now?
It was hilarious.
I've got my
Huh?
stone collection to look after.
Can I have
them
my
back?
rocks back? I'm just gonna put them back in my pocket. That's all.
Oh,
Just to make sure that
Actually-
if I don't want to get caught with my pants down or anything like that.
fascinating. These
You wearing
are
pants?
these are unaspected shards now.
Yes, farewell.
It sounds a little too nerdy for us. We're doing a drinking game.
Well, they're no
Mhm.
longer connected to anything. There's no realm or magic in it. Technically, it's just a vessel.
Cool. Can I have them back?
I mean, they're on the table.
Okay. I just put them in my pocket. I'm not like snatching them or anything. I just reach over and put them in my pocket. So is it your turn, Whitey, or is it Tirsheal's turn now?
no, they can join next round.
Yeah, fair enough. Whitey, go ahead.
Also, you two
Also,
should
here you
probably
go.
leave now.
Nice
Yeah,
things
I
and
flat
glasses.
out said I pushed drinks towards both of them, so they're both right beside.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy, let's see.
We're playing a drinking game. You'll understand it.
It's just us asking questions about each other. If you don't answer, then you drink. Simple as
Does
that.
Empress
Yeah.
want to join us?
I
push a glass to Caesar.
Too,
I don't
too
think
many
you-
cooks.
yeah.
Tirsheal, are you joining us or not? And if you aren't joining us, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but I think it is kind of personal, so I would ask you if you could probably leave if you're not going to join.
Yeah, I just asked the whole conglomerate over here what the deal was with that one order member that they were hanging out with at the party or festival, and they took a drink.
Found that rather interesting.
Cinders just stares at you. Moxie, it's not worth
I
it.
need to
It's
not
not worth it.
think for a bit, so why not?
Okay.
Wonderful. All right, Whitey, go ahead.
Yep.
They're not in the game yet. They have to wait till next round.
I'm aware. I'm doing a quick think thunk because during that I was listening to a lot more of the conversation going on in the back rooms that I definitely couldn't hear in game.
Okay.
I asked the right question. I haven't asked Cinders any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to pester
Busy
you
playing
about?
with cinnamon sticks and trying to put it in the milk.
Oh, here, pass it over. I got you.
Okay. Hands the
Mhm.
milk and the cinnamon sticks.
I'm gonna heat
Strangely
up the
enough.
cinnamon stick so that it starts to like get a little sticky, and I'm gonna swirl it around in the glass.
Oh,
That's what you're
strange.
supposed to do with tea. I'm gonna
Strangely
slide
Thank
annoyed
you.
with the fact that every single time about the cinnamon sticks. What's your obsession with cinnamon sticks? Why do you like them so much?
That's my fault. I can answer that.
I want to know their side of it.
Well, Moxie seems to enjoy cinnamon sticks because apparently it's really good. That's why I smell like cinnamon. Well, cinnamon chai.
Oh my god.
Thank you,
Fumbles
Pyre.
around.
Moxie's happy with this. Jeez.
There's my question. Even though it's a stupid one, it was still a question. God damn it, this fight, that cinnamon stick thing that we've started just continued since then.
Cinders would want to ask Pyre a question, but seeing as the two are there, she's gonna hesitate and be like, "Do you guys mind covering your ears for this?"
We are participating in the game.
Very well. I'll put off that question for another time then.
No, you can ask it because remember, if I choose not to answer, I just take a drink.
Okay.
That's the
No
whole
answer,
point.
drink. That's the goal.
Pyre, what is with your facade? Why do you pretend to act like you don't know or act to be juvenile, and then when something seriously actually happens, you become someone completely different?
I'd expect that question from someone like Tirsheal, Haseo, but really not from you. Very insightful.
Well,
Honest
it was
answer?
just yeah.
I can give you two answers, actually. First answer, I can get away with it. There's enough
That's
wrong
one.
with me that I can just get away with acting a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs every once in a while.
The fuck does that mean?
It's whenever you take chocolate
Uh-huh.
and you put it on like a bread and you eat it with milk.
It sounds weird.
I invented Cocoa Puffs just
Oh my god, you just invented Cocoa Puffs.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
god.
It's an Ashlander thing.
No.
Damn
And
Oh,
your
okay.
second
Anyways.
answer would be
The other reason is simply for the fact that when I find myself more comfortable around people is when I actually act more astute or studious. I know a lot more than I let on, mainly because I find myself uncomfortable in certain situations when people I feel are not thinking completely rationally. And by that, I mean truly neutral. Everyone has their own motives, including myself. However, whenever people are thinking only with their motives, I won't have a fair input. If what I view as leaning towards one way or another and not having an air of neutrality to it, or if something doesn't benefit me directly, what's the point in actually putting in effort?
Nods at this. Takes a sip. The cinnamon actually is nice. Adds a different taste to it.
I believe it's Zariah's turn.
All right, PZ.
Uncle, it's your turn. PZ?
Easy.
Professor Zariah.
Yeah,
Ah.
abbreviation.
Here we
Also, the other two are in this round.
go. Haseo.
Oh,
Yes.
starting early.
You still have the mask on?
Yes.
Were
In
you,
public?
were you cursed when you were born? Or were you cursed after?
I guess
What?
born.
What?
Born?
I told you earlier, Pyre, my family was
No,
infernally
why did I
cursed.
just move?
That was my accident.
Oh.
I was trying to unselect people and I accidentally clicked your token.
No problem. It happens.
I
Pyre
was
gets moved on top of the table.
well, the horns and all this. I was like this when I was born.
Let me tell you a story. Rewind. There once was a god
Better be
who
quick.
cursed their own sister in a similar way.
Who was that god?
Funnily,
My boss worked for him for quite some time. Amarius. Or,
don't know who that
as
is, but
some may
okay.
call it, the former pillar of fate.
I see.
Pyre, it's your
Thank
turn.
you.
How is it?
That was the story. Wait, that was the whole story?
He did say it would be a quick one.
I didn't say it was gonna be a long one. He and his sister were both pillars, so he cursed her and took her power. She lost all her
Dark.
memories of who she was, which is what happens when you're not born with it.
You become a lost fate?
No,
No.
you just lose all your memories or are now a hellish creature.
Sweet.
It's from what I've read, because I have read up on it. When somebody is infernally cursed, they are forcefully turned into akin
Haseo?
to a hellion.
Haseo?
Yes.
It's not your
I
turn.
pour a drink. It's Pyre's turn.
How's it? I don't understand how this is going.
So what happens is we take turns going around the table asking anyone one question. If they want to answer, they will give you an answer. If they do not want to answer the question, they take a drink.
Okay, I understand, but it would be. Oh, are you asking Pyre the question?
No,
No,
Pyre's
it's
the one
my
who's
turn to
asking the
ask
question.
a question.
I thought it would be Cinders because it was just you, then
No,
Zariah,
it's
and then
It's
No, I
it's
was just answering a question. Cinders
It's
asked me a question that I answered.
Oh.
Zariah asked you a question that you answered. Now I asked someone that they have to answer.
all right.
yes.
Answer a drink.
Yeah, answer a drink.
my gosh, that bird's
Oh
outside.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's-
What?
So were you magically trained within the Gnome Drakius Empire, or was that within the Crystal Empire?
Neither.
Alright, it's your turn to ask someone a question.
Hmm.
That's a lot more information than I needed.
Neither. Perfect.
He's explained this before, but okay.
Yeah, you think that Pyre listens to you?
Exactly.
You explained this while we were drinking together.
Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Who to. You know what? Yeah, this is as good as chance as any. So, Zariah,
Uh-oh.
Yes.
how are you able to contact a prime material not of this system?
Ah,
I don't really understand how the whole planetary thing works.
I have associates there. But
There you go.
also, I've been... My assistant created a way for us to transport there and back to Narakov with magic. Very complicated magic I don't understand. You... Hmm. If you want, I can contact my associates and ask them how they do it. But
Huh.
the way to go there is, well, at my lab. Though I sealed it behind some doors, I did have some adventurers roaming around my lab for a little while. And a few dragons destroyed a few things in my... no worries. It's some sort of magic, but I haven't figured it out. I think it uses some sort of crystal of some kind.
Well, I think
Shrugs.
from what we learned of those blank realm shards, Tirsheal believes he can fill them to whatever plane they are currently on.
Ah,
And if he's thinking that they could be connected to Runerics and then using those 3 crystals back here, create a portal.
hmm.
A permanent one, since there is 3.
Be careful when you do that. You don't know where it will end up.
And that's...
And you also don't know whether or not there is a connection to the other side trying to do the same thing. And you may just create a two-way portal.
That was my concerns, especially when you mentioned that the Vyara's infection is still there.
100%. It is
And
still
it's
there,
Actually,
but
this
very
is,
weakly.
this is 5 years later. We don't know that.
It's
We
alright.
do not
That's-
have solid
It's
information.
alright.
They... From my knowledge, I haven't really had super amounts of contact lately. I've been dealing with other things. For the most part, they still deal with Vyara. It's creatures or whatever. But she has been destroyed. And I haven't seen any infected beings on Narakov. So, we are safe from her infections. But I don't
Whitey,
know
it's
what
your
would
turn.
happen if you create a new portal. Who knows where you end up? You may end up right at their front door. Or you might end up finding survivors like I had. Like,
It's a gamble.
very much so. I could have ended up dead by going through, but I took the risks. I can't really force you not to take the risks like I had, as it is quite dangerous. I did it in the pursuit of knowledge and science, learning of another place.
So, Whitey, what is your question?
Let them finish.
Oh, yeah. But if you want to try it, I can take you all back to my lab at some point.
That is an interesting prospect for another time.
Alright. Whitey.
More players on the board. I guess I'll ask a more straightforward one. Just a simple one. I'm sure that the answer won't be that difficult. Haseo,
Yes.
are you proud of yourself?
I love that you said this will be a simple one.
That is the most fucking loaded question I've ever heard.
Oh,
Bitch, you just loaded Bubba's hot hand loads that you bought for 50 cents at the gun show.
that holds weight. I love how it's just like, nah, it's simple. Haseo can answer it, right?
So you watch as Haseo goes to speak, and you see the mask open up, and he downs the drink.
I see.
Bitch made.
I think it's your turn, Haseo.
Haseo, it's your turn.
I think I've talked enough about myself for tonight. So any questions like that, I'm just going to drink.
Very well. It's your turn to ask questions, though.
I don't have one. Don't have a question.
Well, you could just ask a simple question, like, actually, I can't give you any examples.
You could attempt to ask very simple questions to each of us. Any ideas or any very specific details you'd like to know about us that you feel our characters may or may not be willing to tell?
Haseo is not one to pry. I think he's shown that. But Zariah,
Yes.
what are you doing here on this island? I mean, what's brought you to it?
He
Something
will point
happening?
at Cinders. They asked me to come here. Well, they asked
I
me
don't
to
think
help
that's.
them. I came here out of my own fruition.
I don't think that's. No offense, but I don't think that's the only reason.
It isn't. To be honest, I wanted to see I wanted to see the village of my children. I wanted to see them thrive and see how it's been. To be honest, I wouldn't even gotten into the village if it wasn't for all of you. It would have taken me a little longer to figure it out, as I do not understand magic.
smiles at that.
So, like, does Zariah owe this entire village backlogged child support?
Oh god.
No.
No, I know there's another reason out of character because literally he's being
By the way, the
hired.
first generation of Esvarians were hyper-aged in the beginning, which is also why they probably die or
One
have a
Tirsheal,
shorter
two.
lifespan than born Esvarians. Zariah will go. And there's a third reason.
And a third.
Unfortunately, there are members of the sitting assembly here.
Yes.
I am being hunted by them. But I also know that they're being hunted as well.
Isn't
So
that
it's like a
obvious?
Enemy
stalemate.
of my enemy is my friend type of thing. I figured if
guess.
I find people who are capable and are willing to fight them, I figured I could help them in some way. Sort of get rid
Oh.
of a stain.
Well, we were asked to.
I'm sorry I kept
D.
that from you all when I met you.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not the
Cinders
worst.
is gonna bonk Haseo with the cinnamon stick.
I grab it and I break it into.
Perfect. At least you know I'm asking you a question.
What?
Haseo. She turns to him, puts her head in her hand.
Yes.
Why do you not want to show your emotions? Not just in this moment, but like in general.
It's not that I don't want to show them. And it's not all the time that I don't. It's just at this exact moment, if I'm being entirely honest, if I take this mask off, if I let myself be vulnerable, I don't know what will happen. I have had several life-shaking revelations brought forward to me, to be perfectly honest. And right now, I can't let myself be vulnerable.
Looks. Well, you can. You're amongst friends.
And I
And
understand
no
that,
matter what, I will not judge you for it, but you have your reasons. So I will not pry.
and I thank you for that. What?
But just so you know, we are here for you, even if you have to cry.
Yes, but what me and Tirsheal have discovered, we have somewhat figured out what Nakano wants with me, at least in her sleeper agent self. Whatever has
And
become
we'll
of.
discuss that tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow we're
Right
going
now?
to go deal with the first bounty.
Yeah, we'll do it while we're going. Because right now we're just here to bond and have fun. And with that, I point to you. Points to Zariah.
Your turn.
Indeed, I really have to pee. God damn it.
Then go pee.
Can we
Zariah.
skip his turn then?
Yeah, we'll skip his turn.
Skip his turn. Pyre, it's your turn.
Team bonding experience. Pyre, your turn.
We'll just retcon it later. Next week. I didn't ask to be in the village, damn it.
Huh?
Huh? Hmm.
Stop
God damn it.
I'm going to play Pokemon now, you guys.
Just shut up.
We-
You ain't playing
We
Pokemon.
really need to get someone who could do animatics to make memes from clips.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
So, I am back. Sorry,
You are back.
I am
right,
the
Redcon
most
again.
unfortunate of small bladder. Can't hold it.
Small.
Small. Yeah.
Understandable.
I think we agreed to skip Zariah for now and let Pyre ask a question.
Oh, all right.
But if
No,
you
it was
want him
because
to ask a
Nikki went to
question,
the
go ahead.
bathroom.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So do you have a
Alright.
question or do we go to Pyre?
You will look at Tirsheal and go, this.
Oh no. Yes?
Sorry, I gotta. You mentioned I just heard someone mention that no Jerky is Empire. Are you from there? Or is that just a place you've been?
One of his eyes will lightly twitch as he undoes the. I forget what he has on his collar. It is not a necktie.
It's
Just
just
a bow tie.
It's a bow tie.
It's not that either.
What?
A stranger would
An
say
ascot?
It's an ascot.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's
I don't know. He will undo it and show the brand that he still has scarred. I am not from there, nor did I choose to go there.
His eyes will widen once he sees that symbol, and he will look ashamed and take a drink.
Do I need looks to Zariah. Do I need to take a drink as well as an apology?
He raises his eyebrow. Oh, no.
That's not how the game works.
Cinder's paying reparations.
I'm sorry
God
that
damn it.
happened to you, Tirsheal. Though I cannot take blame for what has been done. Good. It's not a cause.
Cinder stands up from her
I
chair
can
and
give you a
bows to
favor.
Tirsheal.
As compensation for what has been done to you. I feel partially responsible.
Believe me, the things that I would want are not something that can be achieved.
Very well. I thank you either way. Oops. My offer stands either way you go.
Cinder stands up, gives a bow to Tirsheal, and says, I apologize for my family's actions.
Oh, not our actions. The Basilisk family actions.
I apologize for our family friends' actions.
I wouldn't exactly call them friends at that point.
Just another noble family. They just have connections to us through we were the scientists.
So it is our fault, in a sense.
Partially, yes. But there was a bunch of scientists. Just me and my
Okay.
sister were
Anyway.
better. Pyre.
Pyre.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's your turn.
Ah.
No, no.
Not
You
this
sure?
again.
I had to deal with the maze, so I'm not dealing with villagers. You know, watching those thoughts move actually does bring me comfort.
Mhm.
Oh no, not again.
Who is leaning towards? Our boy Tirsheal.
Don't you put your fucking don't you put your fucking look icon on him like it's a fucking red dot.
What obligations do you have to the Crystal Empire?
Absolutely none whatsoever.
That was so easy.
Damn, that was a
Pyre's
quick one.
raises drink. Cheers.
That was so simple, so clean.
I would give a more in-depth answer if I had the time, but I need to start getting dressed for work.
All right.
Pretend he gives in-depth answer. Whoa!
Whoa.
All right.
Anyways,
Oh, whoa.
I am also falling asleep in my chair. I'm sorry.
Oh,
like,
you're
I-
fine,
That's
buddy.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but like I've had a long day.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, no, it's
I
perfect.
figured as much.
my day isn't over yet.
Wait, what? Who ominously said that?
I don't know.
All right, we skipped Tirsheal's turn because Soviet left. Wait, it's your turn.
So we're skipping Tirsheal, going to me.
Yeah.
I technically had a question for Tirsheal, but he's not here. So,
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yes,
All
I think
right,
it is
night,
about
bye.
time for that.
I would also agree.
Thanks for a second.
Where is he going?
Takes one last drink. Walks to room.
Evening. I understand that the emissaries were provided rooms. Is there a way that I could pay for a separate room?
Wait, Whitey, where are you going?
Going to my room.
Unfortunately, our inn has shared rooms, so you'd be sharing with strangers if you don't mind.
And like that, I call my bed.
Give me a second to think.
Are you okay with it?
May I ask who else is staying here at the moment? Or if any of them seem like they could be an issue?
She will point at this person here,
Which person?
this one,
Okay.
and then she'll point towards this door specifically and say, that one also stays there, but it is sort of a semi-permanent room for them. They're too lazy to buy a home within this town, so they stay here and research here. They're quite the knowledge gatherer.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then would it be fine if I could stay in one of those rooms? If not, actually, as an emissary, that's probably not the best idea. Thank you, though. Pyre fucking books it out. outside. We going outside,
Full
homie.
sprint.
Leaps
Cinder
outside. Let's go.
switches.
Nah, I just take flight.
I fly away. I leave campaign. See you guys.
Looks to Zariah's. Uncle, are you staying here or?
Just so you know where I am, Nikki.
I swear she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't see where you
I'm
are.
gonna
But,
end today's session probably here.
all right.
Yeah, I'm just asking them if I could commandeer a jail cell to sleep in.
Uh,
Oh my
They'd
gosh.
question you, but they'd be probably fine with it.
Yeah, I just tell them like, I'm an emissary. Currently, my group has had some contentious ideas, and I wish to not be around them in a shared room in the inn. So I wanted to be in the safest place possible, which is a jail cell.
And Cinders would sleep on the roof.
What?
Yeah, no, she's gonna go and sleep on the roof. Try and see why Pyre likes it so much.
She'll open the door of the cell. There's no
Wonderful.
welcome. You can just walk through.
I'm gonna close it.
It
I'll
won't
close it
lock.
on myself. Thank you.
It will lock.
It won't.
It won't.
It will close most of the way, but it seems it needs a mechanism to lock it.
Nice.
Then I will set a bell trap,
Okay.
and then I will sleep.
Very well. And this is where we'll end today's session as everyone goes to bed. Some in strange places. I don't know how you slithered up to the roof.
We'll leave
Yeah,
that
hardcore,
super
some
secret.
stretching. Yeah.
Hardcore.
I mean, these are... Yeah, no, I don't... We'll figure it out. Thank you all for the follows, the subs, the gifted subs. Actually, I want to thank Fables each for the 15 gifted earlier today. It was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the support that you grant us and that you continue supporting us. I enjoy doing these sessions, and they're very, very fun for me to run. But there's actually a new announcement is that I'll be I am finishing the work on the boss rush campaign. Probably the next how long, but I need a day that is a little bit free to run that campaign, so I gotta wait for one of the games to end or a little bit more time to free up. But wonderful news either way. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you. And have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye.